this is Pearl, and today I'm gonna read Little Pilgrim's Progress, Chapter 29. Little Christian leaves Vanity Fair. Little Christian knew that the angels would carry Faithful safely into the presence of the king, and as he thought of this, he forgot for a moment that he was in the midst of Vanity Fair, surrounded by the servants of the wicked prince. Suddenly the boys of the city gave a great shout of pleasure, because they loved to see a little pilgrim punished, and their cry startled Christian, so that he turned once more to look at his lost friend. But the king is very merciful, and he did not wish Christian to know how much poor Faithful was suffering. A mist seemed to pass before his eyes, and he cried out again, "Oh, Faithful, Faithful!" Then a strange feeling came over him, and he fancied that his mother had pushed her way through the crowd and had lifted him in her arms and carried him away into an open space, where there were no soldiers and no noisy, mocking children. There he lay for some time, feeling too weak to move or speak. But presently he opened his eyes, and found that he was in the prison upon a little bed, and that a woman was bending over him. She was gaily dressed, like all women in Vanity Fair, and although she did not look unkind, her face was very different from that of Christian's mother. She was the wife of the man who kept the prison, and when the little fainting boy had been carried from the marketplace by the soldier who had taken charge of him, she had been sorry to see him. So she brought some water and bathed his hands and face gently, and stayed by him until he revived. "You poor little child," she said presently, "you are too young to be a pilgrim. I should like to keep you here and take care of you." "You are very kind to me," he said, "but I could not stay. I am going to the king." "Ah," replied the woman, "I was going to the king once, but the way was hard, and I have been very happy here in the city." "You would be happier with the king," said Christian. "Faithful is gone. I saw the angels waiting for him, and if they ever let me out of prison, I shall travel as fast as I can to the end of my journey." The woman stroked the boy's hair softly. "Faithful is dead," she whispered. "I was sorry when they told me, but they are not going to kill you." "I don't think I would have minded," said Christian, "for then I should have gone straight to the Celestial City. Now perhaps I shall be kept here always, or if not, I shall have to go the rest of the way alone." "They will only keep you in prison for a few days," answered the woman. "Stay with me. I will be very kind to you." But Christian shook his head. "I couldn't stay. I love the king, and I must go to him." After a few days the keeper of the prison came to him and told him that the governor of the city had given an order for him to be set free. So Christian started once more on his journey. The kind woman was sorry to see him go, and she kissed him and bade him think of her sometimes. "I will tell the king how good you have been to me," said Christian, "and perhaps some day you will be a pilgrim again. If I see you coming into the Celestial City, I shall know you." He went quietly down the street, not feeling strong enough yet to walk quickly, and fearing very much lest the boy should run after him, as they had done before. But because Faithful had been put to death, they were satisfied, and although they laughed together when the little pale-faced pilgrim passed, they did not touch or interfere with him in any way. As he was just going through the great archway of the city gate, when he heard someone running behind him, and then he felt a hand upon his shoulder. For a minute he was frightened, thinking that his troubles were beginning again. But the boy who had stopped him looked frightened too, and said in a half-whisper, "Let me come with you. I don't want to stay here any longer." "Do you mean that you will be a pilgrim?" said Christian. "Yes, I am called Hopeful, and I want to go with you. But wait until we are safely on the road, and then I will tell you all about it."